Hey guys, very quick video today. I had to take the DSG apart. My opinion was wearing down a little bit. I noticed it. It didn't sound right. Motor height didn't fix much, so I am just going to reshim it, possibly buy a new motor. I've been meaning to try out an SHS high torque anyway, so I might pick one up over at Brill. But in other news, I wanted to help you guys figure out how to test for compression in your cylinder assembly in an AEG. So it's very simple thing to do. However, most people make a little mistake. And by that I mean, what you're supposed to do is put your cylinder head together, put your air nozzle on your cylinder head, and put your piston with the piston head on it inside the cylinder. So basically you would assemble it as if you were going to put it in the gun. Now if you were checking your piston head or your cylinder head air seal alone, you would just take off the air nozzle. But I already checked it, mine's perfect, so I am keeping the air nozzle on. What most people do when they check this is they put the air nozzle all the way against the cylinder head, like that. What this does is it creates physical contact between the air nozzle and the cylinder head. So basically, they're touching. There's no room in between. So if there is an air leak, it's just going to catch there and you're not going to see it. But when your gun shoots, the air nozzle itself is actually more forward because it's inside the hop-up. It's out here. So if you test it against the cylinder head and there's no gap, but when you shoot it there is a gap, there can be air leaking in the gap. So you want to make sure that you test your air seal with the air nozzle still on the cylinder head, the little tube in the cylinder head, but not pushed all the way back against it. So show you mine. See how you can see the tube. It's not all the way down. It's pushed up. And I only have one hand to do this, but what you would do is you would grab it, put your thumb, just gently rest it over, and then you would push the piston in. I want to try and get it on camera for you, but don't know how it's going to turn out. Sorry about that. That was a little off angle, but would you see how my air nozzle was still on the cylinder head, but it was up forward, simulating it being in the hop-up where it's actually going to be firing through your gun. I would push the piston in, and it would stop moving until I took my hand or my finger off the air nozzle, which would allow the air to go through. I probably could have done a better test for you if I had a tripod set up, but I don't. I'm doing this really quickly. But basically, that's the correct way to test your compression in your system. And then after that, you would also take your hop-up, or mine's in my gun. I already tested mine, but basically you would connect your hop-up to the end of your air nozzle and just retest to make sure there's no leak in the hop-up. So hope this helps. I've seen a lot of people both doing this and instructing people to do it with the air nozzle back. And you don't want it back because you can still leak between these two parts if you test back. See you guys.